forget our audience, but even I had forgotten the fact that I had done a film which was something like Iqbal way early in my career, which was a serious kind of film.
थोड़े इतना सेट में गया था उनका देखने को, बट देखने के बाद पता चला क्या क्रिकेट खेलना इजी लगता है.
Sometimes it's better, because not only people do not have any expectations from you, they have expectations in the negative from you. कि ये कुछ नहीं, ये इससे तो कुछ होने ही नहीं वाला. तो वो अच्छा है एक तरीके से ना, वो प्रेशर नहीं है यहाँ पे. Of course, it bothers you, it somewhere gets you into self-doubt and things like that. That मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मैं छोड़ देता हूँ यार, बस करता हूँ, कुछ और कर लेता हूँ वगैरह वगैरह. But then you think कि मुझे और कुछ आता ही नहीं है.
To the fools who dream, they say, and I have the cast of Kaun Pravin Tambe, the story which exactly reflects the sentiments. I have Shreyas Talpade, the director, Jayprad, Desai, and Pravin Tambe himself right here with me on Bollywood Bubble. Welcome, sir, firstly. I must admit that the trailer has really moved me in ways, and it has we are all dreamers in our own ways, but this is such an inspiring story, right? Because it is your story, sir, I want to ask you first, what do you think about the project itself? Like, how has it turned up? Are you happy with the way it's turned out?
Definitely, I'm happy. My whole family is happy because over the years they were seeing me just picking my bag and going where they don't know where I was going. I was going for one day, coming in the night, taking bag again, going, and then with this type of movie on me, which will inspire, I hope, which will inspire everyone. I'm really happy from my heart.
I am so happy that you allowed the story to be out on screen as well, because it will inspire generations. But sir, आपके लिए कितना difficult था? Because again, it is based on someone's life, right? And you have to represent it in the most inspiring way as well. What was the kind of research that went behind it?
No, there was a long, we had to go through a long haul of research here because, when you're telling a story about a person, it's not only about the life of the person, it's about the whole world that he has inherited, or he belongs to. So his neighborhood, the companies that he played for, the family, the clubs, his life journey, and being true to the sport as well, So, but at Boot Room, we had a very intensive research team, so we went through a research for more than a year before we could, develop the script. And thanks to our writers, Kiran, we could come up with a very well-researched script, which was also told the story in a very dramatic way. As any sport, I think, I think the film is exhilarating, which makes you laugh, it makes you cry, it makes you emotional, it makes you passionate. And I think that's what a cricket match does.
It does,
So I think, it's a true representation of that.
You have rightly mentioned it is an experience in itself, because trailer के जो वो कुछ मिनट है उसमें भी you go through those varied emotions, right? And kudos to the team for being able to do that. But Shreyas now playing real Pravin Tambe on. What was that experience like? Because we have not seen you play something like this in a while. मतलब श्रेयस का नाम मैंने जब मेरे को आया तो I thought कि ये कुछ comedy ही. Let me be honest, I really thought it must be something on those lines. When I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my god, he's playing something very different. Was it refreshing?
Absolutely refreshing, because somewhere forget our audience, but even I had forgotten the fact that I had done a film which was something like Iqbal way early in my career, which was a serious kind of film. But yes, and of course every actor waits for that opportunity. He keeps trying in his own manner in some different ways, but probably sometimes things don't really fall into place when you want them to. But there's always a time, and I felt very, very happy when I was approached for this particular part. It was quite unbelievable, to be very honest. Considering, sometimes people feel कि अरे पहले ही एक क्रिकेट की फिल्म कर चुका है, अब दोबारा क्रिकेट की फिल्म वो पता नहीं क्या कंपैरिजन होगा, वो करना चाहेगा नहीं क्या होगा. But something like this तो कोई एक्टर मना ही नहीं कर सकता. जब आप वो जर्नी देखते हो, पढ़ते हो, एंड ऑफ कोर्स ये मैं मजाक में कह रहा था कि जब पहली बार प्रवीण तांबे को क्रिकेट खेलते हुए आईपीएल में देखा था, तो हम सारे दोस्तों का ये था कि अरे ये कौन है, यू नो 41 में डेब्यू कर रहा है, क्या बात है यार, अभी मस्त खेल रहा है यार, एंड देन यू से कि अरे ये तो पिक्चर की कहानी है, यू नो इस पे तो मतलब पिक्चर बननी चाहिए, एंड देन सडनली आपको फोन आता है कि पिक्चर बन रही है प्रवीण तांबे पे, और हम चाहते हैं कि आप प्रवीण तांबे प्ले करें। सो आई एम श्योर यू नो यू थिंक कि मतलब 41 में डायरेक्टली तो बंदा आया नहीं है, उसके पीछे एक कहानी है, उसके पीछे एक स्ट्रगल है, तो वो क्या है, और जब वो पता चलता है तो एज एन एक्टर यू फील बॉस, यू नो एट दिस पॉइंट इन माय करियर, I mean, this is the best thing happening to me. Actually, at any point in my career, I'll say Pravin Tambe. Yeah.
Was any day in particular, because this is not just about getting the emotions right, it is also the physicality of the character.
Yeah.
Not just that, the sports. So many angles to it, right?
Yeah.
Were there days when you thought that, oh my God, how am I going to pull this off?
Yeah, of course. I mean, with him as a director, you feel that every day. You know,
he's aware also.
When we began shooting,
I'm thinking that which one is he going to pick?
when we began shooting, so there was, I still remember. So पहला shot हुआ, you know, we did take 1, and then Jayprad said, we'll do one more. Okay. We said, okay, one more. We'll do one more. Take 3, take 4, and every take he would come and you know keep challenging me something. थोड़ा ऐसा try कर, ये किया ना, थोड़ा वैसा ट्राई कर, वो रखना, लेकिन अभी ये थोड़ा चेंज कर, टेक 6, टेक 8, टेक 10। बोला अच्छा ये वैसे टाइप का डायरेक्टर है ये छोड़ेगा नहीं।
But that is why it looks so good.
I'm telling you seriously, I mean there were times when I felt Jayprad बस कर यार, बस कितना दौड़ाएगा। हम जिस चाली में हम शूट कर रहे थे, जहाँ हमने घर दिखाया था, वो मतलब 3rd फ्लोर पे हमने घर दिखाया था हमारा, तो ऑब्वियसली पुरानी चौल है तो वो फ्लोर्स थोड़े बड़े बड़े होते हैं, तो 3rd फ्लोर इज एज इक्वल टू 4th फ्लोर। तो जयप्रद कहता था कुछ नहीं, बस थोड़ा ये आधे माले से नीचे आना है और बाइक, फिर कहता था कि नहीं कैमरा थोड़ा ऊपर लगा है, थोड़ा ऊपर जा, करते करते 3रे माले से एक रिहर्सल करेंगे, एक रिहर्सल, दूसरी रिहर्सल, तीसरी रिहर्सल, ओके, ये बार बार चल रहा है ऊपर नीचे, और उसके बाद 8 से 10 मिनिमम टेक, ऐसा है ये डायरेक्टर। बट आज जब मैं वो देखो, ये खुद भी रो रहा है, आज जब मैं वो देखता हूँ,
he's emotional.
He's a very emotional guy. You know, very emotional.
No, he used to call me hungry.
Yeah.
Greedy.
Haura. I used to call him Haura है तू, Haura. कितना टेक लेगा, कितना चाहिए तुझे, एक और चाहिए मुझे बस। तो but today you know I feel कि the way he pushed me to perform, to do those things, you know, performance is one part of it, but physically also you probably get to know that boss, there's a lot more that you can do. What is stopping you? You are stopping yourself.
Yeah.
कि मैं इससे ज़्यादा नहीं कर सकता, ऐसा नहीं है। उसके बाद भी मुझे ऐसा लगता था जयप्रद मिला क्या, नहीं तो एक और करते हैं। So you know, it was fantabulous.
I mean, just to draw a parallel there, because his journey in itself is proof that there's no limitations per se, because अगर limitations के हिसाब से जाते तो 41 में he wouldn't have made his debut,
absolutely.
right? He pushed that limitations,
absolutely.
And that is why before I ask you, because I can only sense that the entire movie and the experience has been an emotional one for you especially.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, sir, it is not easy to sort of tell your family also कि नहीं, मुझे मेरा ड्रीम परस्यू करना है, दिस इज माई ड्रीम, आई वॉन्ट टू गिव इट अ शॉट बिफोर इवन लाइक लेटिंग गो ऑफ इट। वो जो जर्नी थी आपकी, ऑफ कोर्स वी आर गोइंग टू वॉच इट इन द फिल्म, बट वाज देयर अ फेज व्हिच वाज डिफिकल्ट, और वेयर was there a point when you thought that maybe it will not happen, maybe I should just give up and just do the accountant का job only, like कभी ऐसा एक फेज आया बीच में?
नहीं, क्योंकि आई थिंक ना मैंने मेरे लाइफ में वो बैलेंस रखने को देखा था, क्योंकि मैं जॉब, पहले मुझे जॉब ही चाहिए था, फिर मैं क्रिकेट भी खेल रहा था, मगर मैं जॉब करता था तो मैं वो बैलेंस करके करता था। मैं मॉर्निंग 10 to 3:30 तक जॉब करता था, जॉब कर, जो भी जॉब है मुझे मिला वो करता था मैं। उसके बाद मुझे को टाइम मिलता था, उसमें मैं क्रिकेट खेलता था। मैंने जो कंपनी भी ऐसी ली कि जिसमें क्रिकेट भी खेलते थे वो,
अच्छा,
मगर वहाँ पे कंपलसरी जॉब था, तो 10 to 3 o'clock तक जॉब करना पड़ता था।
ओके।
और फिर उसके बाद मुझे जो भी प्रैक्टिस करने मिलती थी वो मिलती थी। अभी मैंने सुना जो रिटेक कर रहे हैं, तो मेरा भी 3rd फ्लोर पे ही था, तो बैग लेके उठा के वो कैरी करके नीचे होता था, तो
आप एक ही बार करते थे।
आई कैन इमेजिन वो बैग लेके मुझे 3rd फ्लोर पे ले जाने के लिए मुश्किल ही आती थी, मगर मैं देखते वो एज ए एक्टर इन्होंने वो कितनी बार किया रहेगा, तो वो मैं वही सोच के अभी मैं इनको बोल रहा था कि इन्होंने पुश किया उनको।
या बट आप थे सेट पे जब कुछ दिन?
थोड़े मैं सेट में गया था उनका देखने को, बट देखने के बाद पता चला क्या क्रिकेट खेलना इजी लगता है।
No, but I'm so happy that you are very happy with the result, because at the end of the day that is the first, मतलब वो जो एक hallmark भी होता है वो पहला होता है। आप मुझे बताइए ये journey, because the fact that even talking about it can make you emotional. I can only imagine you have really invested your heart and soul into it. But what was that process like? Like, were there days when you thought ki, I don't know in what direction the story is going? How did you deal with those days?
So not the story, but there were challenges, and I was having this chat with Sudeep, and he said, आज भी सुबह को एक problem था, and this is the 796th problem that this film has had. तो पर अभी तो हम हंस पड़े कि यार अभी कौन रोकेगा इस फिल्म को? अभी इतना सब करके यहाँ तक आ गए तो. So I think, but that is the journey, I think we are taking again from Pravin's life only here. मतलब अगर हम प्रवीण के life पे फिल्म बना रहे हैं तो इतना तो उसी सीखना ही चाहिए, नहीं तो क्या फायदा?
True.
So yes, and that's why I said that even the process has been exhilarating. There have been days when everything has gone wrong, and there have been days when it has all come back together again.
Yeah.
But today, when you look back at it, you can only smile and thank God कि ऐसे ही होना चाहिए था. अगर ये सब ऐसे गलत नहीं होता, तो शायद हम आज ऐसे बैठ के क्योंकि in those miseries, in those failures also you learn a lot, and that propels you forward all the time.
Yeah.
Just to add to the point that Shreyas made, there was the climax which we shot at Raipur. Shreyas was having a bad backache, at that time, and there was like it was a huge production day that day. Climax था, तो बहुत सारे लोग थे, हम outdoor पे थे, और बड़ा दिन था, so it's a very expensive day for the producer also.
Of course.
हमें बहुत डर था कि यार ये कर पाएगा या नहीं यार, और बार करना था, लेकिन हम एक मैस्योर था सेट पे, जो हर टेक के बाद used to stretch him. लेकिन we did it, but again when we are in that spirit ना, तो it brushes off. जो सर का जो एक spirit है, जो उनके life में throughout raha hai, that kind of brushed off, I think, on all of us.
Yeah.
And it is after when you love what you're doing enough, like he loved his cricket enough, we love our films enough, all of you just love what you're doing so much कि बाकी सब चीजें कोई मायने नहीं रखती after.
That is true. But are you happy that it's releasing on an OTT platform? Because I feel that it gives much more access to people who would perhaps not visit a theatre, but they still will watch it on an OTT platform. Are you happy with it releasing on an OTT?
No, absolutely, and I'm thankful to Disney Hotstar, for investing and believing in the story, and believing in all of us and giving it such a wide release.
Right. So when I started, I gave the To the Fools Who Dream. हमने La La Land में वो सुना ही है, and I completely believe in it, because जब तक वो dream reality में नहीं बनती, लोग हमें पागल ही समझते हैं, right? I want to know, we'll start in the same order, because आपकी journey तो लोगों के लिए एक dream के तौर पे ही है, because it's very rare that we see someone make a debut at जहाँ पे लोग रिटायरमेंट के भी 4 साल हो जाते हैं, वहाँ पे आपने डेब्यू किया है, राइट? आई मीन, करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग.
बिल्कुल, आपने पोस्टर पे देखा है.
So I want to know, were there people who sort of thought कि यार ये मतलब is he mad to even think about it at this point? कभी ऐसे हुआ किसी ने डिस्करेज किया हो?
लाइफ में ऐसे बहुत आ गए, बट मैं वो नेगेटिविटी मैं सुनता ही नहीं था एक्चुअली, बिकॉज मुझे पता था कि मुझे क्या करना है और मैं कितना पैशनेट हूँ ये चीज़ के ऊपर. तो मुझे कोई भी ऐसे कुछ अभी लाइफ में जो भी हुआ रिग्रेट भी नहीं है मुझे. मगर आए थे ऐसे बहुत कुछ आए थे, मगर मैंने उसको
लगभग क्या सुनने में मिलता था कि ये why do you want to do this, क्यों करना है?
नहीं, ऐसे नहीं, थोड़ा क्वेश्चंस थे कि यार अभी खेल के क्या होने वाला है, मिस आगे किधर खेलने वाला है, या क्यों खेल रहा है. बट जब भी वो लोग मुझे वो बोलने वाले लोग मुझे ग्राउंड पे देखते थे, तो उनका नजरिया बिल्कुल अलग था. क्योंकि मैं आई डोंट नो कि उनको कभी फिर वो उसके बाद जो भी मुझे क्वेश्चन करते थे, वो जब मुझे खेलते देखते थे, उसके बाद उनसे मैंने कभी क्वेश्चन सुना नहीं, फिर से वो क्वेश्चन सुना नहीं. तो बोलता अरे वाह,
ये तो अच्छा खेल रहा है,
ये तो अच्छा किया है. तो वही मुझे आगे लेके चला, क्योंकि मुझे पता था कि मैं जो कर रहा हूँ, मैं मेरा एज के हिसाब से नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं पैशन हूँ और मैं वो कर रहा हूँ, और वही मुझे आगे लेके जा रहा है. तो मैंने कभी ऐसे सुना नहीं. बाद में जो लोगों ने मुझे बोल रहे थे कि उनसे मैं दोबारा वो चीज़ सुनने को नहीं मिल रही थी मुझे।
I think आपके काम ने ही उनका मुंह बंद कर दिया. For you, what is that one thing that perhaps people questioned or were wondering कि ये कर पाएगा कि नहीं कर पाएगा, and then finally you sort of did it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, every day is full of people questioning you. तो वो तो that is a given. मतलब और उससे मजा भी आता है. You know, after a point, you just have to be a fool.
Yeah.
And you know, stay
A
a
good fool.
fool.
Yeah, I mean,
Stay
I'm
a
happy
fool.
to be a fool
I
there.
think sometimes it's better, you know, because not only people do not have any expectations from you, they have expectations in the negative from you.
Yeah.
कि ये कुछ नहीं, ये इससे तो कुछ होने ही नहीं वाला. तो वो अच्छा है एक तरीके से ना, वो प्रेशर नहीं है आप पे. अरे अभी श्रेयस अभी क्या करेगा, प्रेशर ही नहीं है, you know, कि अच्छा कॉमेडी का क्या कर रहा है पता नहीं. और फिर जब देखते हैं तो शायद उनको ऐसा लगेगा, ओहो अच्छा ये भी किया है. ओह ओके ओके ओके. सो इन अ वे इट्स एक्चुअली बेटर.
But have you heard that as well in your career? There must be.
Yeah. So many times.
Did it ever pull you down, Shreyas?
Of course, I mean, I'm human, so you know those things really bother you, and I won't say that अरे यार मुझे कोई कुछ हुआ नहीं. Of course, you know it bothers you. You know it somewhere gets you into self-doubt and things like that. That मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मैं छोड़ देता हूँ यार, बस करता हूँ, कुछ और कर लेता हूँ वगैरह वगैरह. But then you think कि मुझे और कुछ आता ही नहीं है. मैं और क्या करूँगा?
Yeah, true.
मुझे यही आता है. तो so then you know go back to your basics and you think you just, that is one thing that I've learned, that just go back to your basics. You know, there are times when we do a lot of things and then we probably start feeling कि हाँ ये किया है मैंने, ये किया, ये आता है. But we forget going back to our basics.
True.
And that is exactly what I
Do every time
yeah,
that happens.
yeah, especially with something like Pravin Tambe when I started.
Yeah.
I just went back to my basics.
And I'm so, like I mentioned in the beginning as well, it's so refreshing to see you play this. It's such a brilliantly set story, I mean, from whatever I could see in the trailer. And so thank you for even sharing the story, because not everyone wants their story to be out and, you know, feeling inspired. So lastly, on a parting note, आप मुझे बताइए, what is your key takeaway when you watch the film? जब आप ये movie देखते हो, तो आपके हिसाब से आप क्या एक emotion लेके घर जाते हो?
नहीं, मेरे लिए तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात है, क्योंकि ये स्टोरी देख के मैं अभी कोचिंग भी करता हूँ, तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं जो मेरे स्टूडेंट्स के हैं, तो शायद ये स्टोरी से मिल जाएंगी, तो यही मैं लेके जाऊँगा.
Right. And for both of you, I want to know, with OTT coming into picture and artists getting their due is what I feel finally, because box office में बहुत numbers driven होता है, यहाँ पे it's more content driven in ways, right? Do you see a shift in the way content is being written and consumed, and has it shifted for actors as well? Does it sort of liberate you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think OTT, I just mentioned it the other day somewhere that OTT for us is our IPL in a way, you know, because it has given an opportunity to so many people.
Yeah.
So many actors, storytellers, directors, and it's a format where it's probably slightly, I won't say bigger, but lengthier than a film, but shorter than a serial or things like that.
Thank God for that.
And when we used to do theatre, there were certain things that we used to experiment with, and there was an audience for that. Similarly, on OTT, you have the liberty to experiment with certain subjects and characters and portrayal of a certain thing, and there is an audience for that. So, as an artist, you feel that you do whatever you want. Today, the whole the dynamics of the entertainment industry in the past couple of years especially has changed so much that today, you know, the audience, it doesn't matter कि आप कहाँ perform कर रहे हो. All that it matters is कि perform करो.
True.
You know, हमें मतलब टोपी पहनाने की कोशिश मत करो. You know, perform करो और आगे बढ़ो.
सही शब्द इस्तेमाल किया आपने, because that is what audiences in today's time, they're very vigilant. They know exactly what they want.
And I'm really thankful that a platform like Disney Plus Hotstar is releasing this film, because like you mentioned, you know, it will reach out to so many people at the same time. Of course, you know, every actor feels कि theatrical release होना चाहिए, बड़े पर्दे पर होना चाहिए, वगैरह वगैरह. But at the same time, today, the kind of exposure that Disney Plus Hotstar will give you, even probably a theatrical wouldn't be able to.
True. आपके parting thoughts?
Exactly, about the medium, I think there is a definite transformation, there's a definite progression, and for the better, definitely. And of course, there is room for more, there is room for distinction, there's room for excellence, and it's up to all as artists, you know, to take it there. But yes, I'm glad that through Disney Plus Hotstar, this film is reaching to a wider audience. I'm glad that such an inspiring story is reaching out to people, and I'm hoping that all the people take away that dreams do not come with an expiry date.
Wow. On that note, thank you so much. I hope that the film reaches to a large number of audience and they give it equal amount of love as well, so that we continue seeing good work. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bhavna. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.